the Michaels Rewards program. And because I just spent like $100 worth of gift card money there, I've received like $10 worth of what is basically Monopoly money that can only be spent at Michaels, because of course, and has an expiration date. So obviously I went and I spent it immediately because I have no self-control. And I bought something, to be honest, it's a little dumb. Mostly because, one, it's super expensive, like, in my opinion. And two, it's not a medium that I'm particularly good at. It's one that I like aesthetically, but not one that I would say I am skilled in. But I like the idea of it, and I just need to practice, you know? I just need some more practice with it. But this one particular item, I don't know, there's something about it. Every time I see this at Michael's, which I've walked by it several times at this point, I'm always drawn to it. I think it's the big pencil. There's this pencil is like as wide as my pinky is. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's huge. It's even called like a jumbo, and I wanted it. There's also this crayon, which I really want to play with. I imagine that that's going to be super messy, but I like it. And then of course you have just a regular graphite pencil from their 9000 line. It's a 2B pencil, which most of these are 2B. These 3 are 2B. These 2 are 6B, so that'll be interesting. There's this, which from the looks of it is just pure graphite. It's just in a pencil form, but it's purely graphite, which is also intriguing. And then that is I'm pretty sure that's one of their water-based, like water-soluble graphite pencils, which I actually have some. And I do actually quite like them, so I'm not bad about it. But yeah, I see this all the time, and I'm drawn to it. It's just like something activates in my brain, and I'm like, gimme, 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 I want it. And I think it'll be interesting to play with. I have a pencil that has like a really large lead, and I've been enjoying it more than I expected to. It's this little guy. It's a mechanical pencil, sure, but it has a 2mm lead, which is quite thick, all things considered. And I've found that I am much like looser when I draw with this pencil, and I think it's because if you aren't, you're just gonna make a mess, because you're not gonna be able, like, if you put too many marks on the paper, it's just gonna get nasty. So I find myself drawing in a much looser way with this pencil in particular. So I think part of me was like, this pencil is gonna be super fun to play with, just because that lead is so large and I want to sketch with it. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, I just explained it, but like also at the same time I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. It also helps, there is this not eraser, I am an idiot, I'm sorry. There's a pencil sharpener in here, and it does look like it'll actually fit the jumbo pencil in it, so at least I have a way of actually sharpening it. Unlike this thing, I'm not really sure how to sharpen this. I guess maybe sandpaper, but it's dulled down a little bit, which I think I like actually, so whatever. But yeah, really wanted to play with it. Normally this item is $26, which is, like I said, the first reason I didn't want to buy it myself, because $26 for this is a little much, I'll admit. It might be more cost effective to purchase it somewhere else. I'm not really sure, I haven't seen it anywhere else, but I'm sure there are other places where you could find it and it might be cheaper. I know, like Blick, for example, I've found things there for a better price than what they have at Michael's, especially like the water-soluble pencils are actually, I think, cheaper at Blick. But I figured I had my Monopoly money, and 40% off coupon brought it down to $16. I ended up paying $6 for this, so I thought that it was worth it at that point. And I really just want to play with them. So I think what I'm gonna do is open it up and just mess around. So let's get to that. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super confident with graphite. I tend to feel like most of my graphite pieces come out messy and patchy and gross. I just really need practice blending more, I think. And I think my trepidation with these pencils was causing me to struggle with this piece at first. Drawing this was quite challenging. I don't know why. I ended up erasing it like several times and coming back and redoing it until I got to a place where I was happy. I will say that the jumbo pencil was in fact very fun to sketch with. So much so that I did end up buying more of them. I don't know why I'm like this either, don't ask. Anyway, I ended up going in with the graphite, the water-soluble graphite too, because I figured it would be the easiest to get like a nice smooth sort of surface down, and I was correct. Putting that down was such a great idea, in my opinion. I had a lot of fun with it. I will say that it is permanent. It does not lift particularly well, so once it's down, it's down. I had to scrub out a few pieces to get it to come off. I probably destroyed the paper a little bit. It's fine. Because I made it a little dark where I didn't want it to be dark. Although I will say that I think I probably didn't go as dark as I could have, especially in some of the places where the shadows are. It's one of those things that I really do struggle with, especially with pencil, is pushing the values as far as they can go. So definitely something I want to keep like trying harder at is pushing the values. But otherwise, I think this piece came out pretty well. I wasn't trying for really smooth blends. I figured I'm not particularly good at blending pencil anyway, that I would lean into the pencil look. Besides, I kind of like it when you can see like the lines and the graphite, the graininess of graphite. I don't know. Anyway, I liked this piece until I did this. I don't know what I was thinking. I put this scribbly mess in the background, and like the first, scribble that I did, I almost immediately regretted. So I ended up putting these leaves in and working on the leaves and regretting the scribbles until I finished them off. I figured, there was no going back. I couldn't really take the scribbles back. So I finished it off, and I think once I had filled it all in, I was like, okay, no, never mind. I like this again. So it is what it is. I think that the finished piece actually came out pretty well. I don't know if it is exactly what I had in mind. I kind of wanted a sketchier look, and I don't know if this is as sketchy as I wanted it to be, but otherwise, for a graphite drawing, I'm quite pleased with it. I think it came out pretty good. Anyway, that's it. That's all there is. That's the finished piece. If you liked it, like. If not, don't. I guess. I don't know. I'm not in charge of you. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!